go into the interface, and I'm just going to pick a case from here. So within the interface, once you start a case, what you'll first get is a case introduction. It'll give you a time. It'll also tell you just basically the one-liner or the chief complaint of why this patient's coming in. And then you hit OK. And so now you get some initial vitals. And then after that, you'll actually get initial history. And so with the history, you can kind of hear what's been going on and just updates that may be relevant to the case. Very important to spend a minute to just really understand what's going on here. Oftentimes from the history and just the chief complaint, you have a very strong idea of what the diagnosis is, and just knowing exactly what that looks like will save you a bunch of time later. Now I'll hit OK, and what it automatically does is first you'll want to go to the 4 sections at the top and just understand those. So here you have interval history or physical exam. And so here you can select the parts of the physical exam you want. And the way it works is anytime you select a part of the exam, you'll hit OK, and then it'll tell you how much simulated time it'll take. So like any simulation, to do a part of physical exam, it takes time. And so you do that, and if you hit OK, then you'll get the results of just that section of the physical exam. And it'll advance the timer accordingly based on how many things that you did. So not every patient should get a full physical exam. If someone's coming in with a pneumothorax, you want to treat the pneumothorax before you do a rectal exam on them. And so very important to realize that these simulations, it's important to know exactly what you want to do for each patient. And we'll get into tips and tricks in chapter 6 of this video. So now we hit OK. And here you can see the simulated time advanced. And here is actually real time. So at the top, it'll tell you how much time you have. And so here right now, you can see that it was a 10-minute case. We have 9 minutes left. And here we have 1 minute. We've already done a physical exam. Majority of the sauce is in this orders tab, particularly on this orders subtab. Here under progress notes, you'll actually see the various pop-ups. So progress notes is basically the pop-ups that show. And if you forget them or you want to revisit them, you can check it. But big waste of time having to come back to it. So it's better to spend an extra 10 seconds and read it properly than to come back to it. For vital signs, you'll see it here, lab reports, imaging, and all of this imaging, other tests will happen based on the orders you put in on this page. Before we get into some orders, this is the clock. This is how you move the case forward. So if you don't advance the clock, you aren't able to move the case forward. And I'll show you exactly how to do this with orders very quickly, where once you put in some orders, you can either move the clock to a particular time of day, or you can tell in how much time you want it to be moved forward, or the next results. Let's say you ordered a CBC, CMP, EKG, and you just want to know as soon as you have the next result, you can do this. This button is arguably one of the worst buttons that exists, and I would only use it in very particular cases, which we'll get to later. And then we'll call/see me as needed. This is actually very helpful because anytime you get a result, a lot of the results will populate very quickly. And after each result, you have the option to stop and put in more orders. And so you don't have to fully jump through all of the results just to actually access this. And you'll see this once we do the orders. So the clock we talked about, and now this last one is very important at the beginning of a case. Let's say someone comes into the office and they have chest pain, radiating to their shoulder, 8 out of 10. At this point, you don't want them to be in the office. You want to change their location. And so based on where they're at, you can place them in any of these 5 locations. So if someone's in the ED and they need to be to the ICU, you can escalate them. If someone's in the office, you need to escalate them to the ED, you can do that. So really important. And once again, we'll go into exactly how to use this shortly. I just want to walk through this big picture. Now when it comes to orders. So the way orders work is orders is the most important thing. I'm going to hammer this home, and I really want you to understand this. Your orders matter. And just like whenever you're admitting a patient, if it's not ordered, even if you thought about it, you're not going to get points for it. And so, for example, let's say we do a CBC, CMP, EKG. So with this, if I hit confirm orders, then what it'll do is it'll search the database and then it'll find the order. So CBC, you can actually type a CBC. Some things you cannot. For example, if you want to do a lumbar puncture, you cannot type LP. It will not show up. And so half of this is understanding the interface and understanding what you have to type in order to get the order that you would like. But CBC, CMP, and then EKG actually shows cardiac monitor as well as a 12-lead EKG. Very important, and I'll get into this in the orders and mnemonic section of this video because this is where you can save a lot of time and get a lot of important data that you might need and can actually get a lot of partial credit for a lot of cases. But let's say 12-lead. And then once you do this, you'll confirm them. And once you confirm it here, you actually can see when you'll get that result. So for example, you'll see that an EKG you can get within 15 minutes. A CMP takes about an hour. And then a CBC takes about 30 minutes. And so each test takes a certain amount of time. So for example, if we were to say, call me with the next result and we hit OK, then you'll see the result. But if you want to actually see all of them, you want to be able to actually see, you want to do call me and see me as needed. Because if you hit this, then it'll actually show all of the results. And so now we have that. And you understand roughly how the interface works. So the way these cases work is if it's a 10-minute case, then you'll have 8 minutes to put in all the orders, see the results. And once again, the results are supposed to guide your next set of orders, but you only get scored for the orders. After that, you'll have 2 minutes to put in additional orders. And whenever we go into the order scoring section, that's where you'll see the kinds of orders you need there. But it'll be mostly preventative care, health maintenance, setting up follow-up appointments, stuff like that. Very, very important that you just understand how this interface works and how the setup is. If you have a 20-minute case, it's very similar. 18 minutes is for the case, and then the last 2 minutes is for these additional orders. For the additional orders that you put in this time, you don't get a result for them. And so it's important to know that that section is either to gain extra points or to put in orders that you shouldn't waste time on right now.